to another episode of Let's Talk About Sex, where we talk about everything underneath the sun related to sex and relationship and taboo topics. Today, we will be talking about dating versus relationships. I'm your host, Nay. Today, I have two special guests with me. I have Bao, aka Boss Lady, and I have the beautiful Leah. And of course, we have Justin joining us together. And I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, Bao.
Hello, I'm Val Damien. Nice to meet everybody. Let's talk about all this bullshit.
Please.
Hey, y'all, I'm Justin, the one that's going to probably talk about some bullshit.
Okay, Mr. Furry. Hi, Leah.
Hello, everyone. Leah here, ready to talk about sex, baby.
That's an intro.
How they sound, Val?
Okay, so Val decided on this lovely topic today because she said everything else was like, bitch, who the fuck wants to talk about eating ass and shit? Not her. So she chose the most least laid back topic that we have because she didn't want to hear about us eating ass, aka just would have been Justin talking about that or the other production that's hiding behind the scenes because I don't do that. I would have been there like, not me. So everybody knows the difference between dating and relationships, right?
I would hope so.
Because we
I
all
mean,
know
they're the same thing if you ask me.
You think it's the same thing? We already starting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Justin, those for who's just joining us, Justin is the one that always, he's the opposite end of everything. He's always on the opposite end. Everybody can be here. Justin's all the way over there. Trust me. It's okay, Val. Justin, are they the same? Okay, let's clarify first. Dating is when you're dating someone or multiple people and you guys are getting to know each other and you guys old-fashioned way are courting each other. You guys going on dates, right? You guys aren't in a relationship. You guys aren't loyal to each other. It's just dates. You guys are getting to know each other, right? Compared to being in a relationship, it's twinning in. Like y'all ain't married, but y'all in a relationship. You guys are committed to each other unless you're poly and you guys discuss about dating other people. But in a relationship, it's you and your partner. There's no, oh, I'm going to go date Dick, Sally, and Paul while I'm dating Deshaun. Why I think I'm named Deshaun? Who the fuck is Deshaun? I don't fucking know. But anyway, like no. So I want to know, why do you think that's the same thing, Justin?
Because in a dating in a relationship, you're both still. I feel like if you're in a relationship, you still take somebody on dates, you still get to know them to an extent.
No, because Justin's one of those annoying dudes that, like, you've been together 5 years, got 2 kids, and y'all just dating still, you know? Like,
you have to be somebody, baby daddy. You're not putting a ring on you, nothing. Justin said we can be married and we're not
we
married.
know each other, but we're not, you know, in a relationship.
And he over there agreeing, talking about, oh my God, Justin.
No. If I have a kid with somebody, I'm putting a ring on the finger.
But according to you, y'all still just dating.
No, I did not say that. Those words did not come out of my mouth.
So, okay, so to clarify, dating in a relationship is the same thing because you're still taking them on dates. But once you get to a marriage, it's marriage, but no longer dating.
I believe marriage, you still taking on in general, you're still taking somebody on a date. Because I feel like if you're in a relationship, you're dating, you still want to woo them to make them feel like what got you the first time.
So by your definition, as long as y'all going on dates, y'all dating.
Yeah.
2 is 4. 3 + 5 is 10. What the fuck is that, Justin?
I don't know. It's just my.
So in your eyes, no matter what you do with somebody, as long as y'all dated, y'all go on dates, you're dating. That's it.
Yeah, and I date exclusively. I ain't like everybody else. If I'm dating you, I'm dating you, nobody else.
Okay, so you don't know the difference. Oh yeah, we're just dating, or we're just getting to know each other. Compared to, oh yeah, that's my man, that's my boyfriend. To yeah, that's my fiance, that's my husband. Those aren't all different things.
You right there, yeah.
See, this is where the confusion comes in, because if I'm dating you, I'm dating other people. If I'm in a relationship with you, I'm in a relationship with you. But I
Okay.
do think long-term couples, like that's hardcore romantic, like, yeah, I'm going on a date tonight, like with my wife, I think that's cute, Justin. But,
Okay, so I got a question then. Val, I want your opinion because you're looking at us like we all some fucking fools. I got a question. Do you, 'cause you've been in a long term relationship. That's for sure twinning them. Okay, he be in the background cussing us out while we playing games and all. Okay, so we know y'all locked in. So my question is, because I'm someone when I'm dating someone, I only date them, and whereas Leah's like if she's dating someone, she's dating multiple people. Do you like which one
yeah,
do you?
but I'm a slut. So, it is what it is. I'm
I'm
just kidding.
poly, and I still don't date multiple people at the same time. If it happens, it happens, but I don't like to do that. I find it a lot of people tend to be like, we're not exclusive. We're not in a relationship. We're just dating. We're not exclusive. And I'm just like,
I feel like when you're dating, for me, when I'm dating one person. I can't date multiple people because that's too much time and energy and money, and I ain't got that to do. So when I'm dating one person. That means I'm getting to know that person, because it's different. It's difficult when you're dating more than one individual and you're trying to get to know everybody. It's not going to work. Whereas if you're dating one person, you can see if that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then you could go and date someone else. Everybody has their opinion about dating. Yeah, I only date one person. Relationship, I've been with my man for 4 years.
winning him.
And so it's like we still go on our little dates. That's important to keep your relationship going because you don't want to just be in a relationship with someone and y'all just look into each other's eyes and and y'all go to bed at night and or it's all about sex or it's like different levels to a relationship. So for me, when I'm dating one person. If I'm in a relationship with you, then my eyes is only for you and no one else. So everybody's definition of dating is different. Like people feel like when they're dating, they have to date multiple people just to find that one. For me, I am old school. I'm not dating multiple people. That's just too much because then their feelings might get attached to you and then your feelings is not for them the same. So then you have to reevaluate what you're doing wrong. And that's just too much energy for me. So that's why I feel like when you're dating, you should date one person, get to know that person, talk to them, conversations, going little mini dates or whatever, and see if that person is for you, and then figure out if that's a relationship. Because then only consider a relationship if they like if you want to be my boyfriend, you want to be my girlfriend, or whatever. You want to be my man, you want to be my woman, or vice versa. Whatever how it works for you. But I would say this: when you're in a relationship with someone, be in a relationship with someone that is completely opposite of you because it works. Like you don't want to date someone that's just like you because it's I promise you, it's not going to work. It's
Well, hold
not.
on. I got a question
Because the
because
reason why I say that is because everybody knows my man. He's quiet. He might be loud and get in our little business when we play these little org games or whatever, and he put his little 2 cents in. But when it's just us, he's quiet, he's reserved. You know what I mean? And some people don't even know he's there sometimes because he's just so laid back. Whereas I'm loud, I'm obnoxious, I'm all in your face, and so we're too different, and that's what works for us. Some people are like, oh, that does not work. Yeah, it works for us. That's why I said that is a good advice to have when you're in a relationship looking for someone, is to have someone that's opposite of you because it can work.
Leah, what's your question?
I do feel that, but I guess I have a question of what is it called then? Because it's very interesting that we all have very different relation or like definitions of these terms. And I think this is a good topic because of that, because think of how much miscommunication happens in the dating world because we all got different. So what is the term when you are dating like more than one person? Because I do think picking a partner is the most important decision you can make in your life, right? And I think
You
that,
just have to be upfront with the
yeah,
people that you're dating because you don't want
be
see
transparent. Yeah.
so for me, I would tell that person like if we're dating, I'm only dating you. So they might have their perception like how y'all dating multiple people until they find out who they want. If that doesn't work for you, then you go find somebody that is willing to do that same thing for you. Like, I'm just going to look and date only you to get to know you only, instead of dating multiple people. So you could look at it as a pre-trial era, like, let's test the waters and see how it works. And if it doesn't work, then you could go to do something else. But you're right. I think it's like I think because I'm born in the 80s. So for me, it's different than those who are born in the 90s and 2000s. You see what I'm saying? So y'all have y'all way of saying dating is like what Justin initially said. He feel like dating and relationship, it's the same thing. It's not, but it is to a certain extent if you're only dealing with one individual. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my intake on it. It's like we can, everybody have their own variations of what dating is. For me, it's getting to know one person.
So bottom line, we get the dictionary out and we spell it out when we're talking to people, because there's a whole range of what dating means to different people.
I mean, if you're talking to people, that's something different. Like, you're getting to know them. Where you're dating, you're going out on dates, y'all spending time together. If you have children, you're getting to know their children, you're getting to know their family and all this. Like, that's what dating is. That's the whole point of getting to know you, because you have to go through that process before you can even consider yourself going into a relationship.
I was taught, this is the order I was taught. There's the talking stage, like little talks and stuff, phone conversations you guys have before you guys actually go on the dates. Then like you guys are dating for a couple of weeks to like a month or two. And then it goes into a relationship. To the definition of dating, there's actually two types of dating relationships. You're casually dating people, which means you're dating multiple people, you're casually dating, you're picking and choosing what you like, and you're casually dating. And then you have those who are exclusively dating someone. They're only focused on one person. They're exclusively dating only this one person. And I think the mishap goes to where when you have people that are like me, who I just automatically, poly or not, I don't focus on multiple people. I automatically, in my mind, whether they're like casually dating or not, I'm exclusively dating. I tend to only date one person at a time, poly or not. And then you have people who automatically just in mindset, well, we didn't say we're exclusively dating, so I've been dating multiple people. And it's just like, well, we should have had the conversation. What about that? We should have just had the conversation.
I think that's the word, exclusive. That is the word.
You could exclusively date, and I agree with Val. People in my age bracket tend to not exclusively date people. They casually date people. They don't date people with the mindset, okay, I want to be in a relationship with this person and go long term. It's basically how I can get my rocks off, or how can I be homosexual, aka find a bitch to live with while we're dating, because I'm a hobo. That's a different topic.
That only works in the wintertime, but yeah, I got you.
So yeah, I think people just automatically assume that they're exclusively dating somebody when the other person could just be casually dating, and now you have a mishap. Or you can be like Justin and just think it's the whole same fucking thing. So when somebody think they're dating you, you're thinking you're on a whole ass relationship, and then that's where it gets you're cheating on me, and they're just like, how the fuck am I cheating on you, bitch? We're dating. You're like, no, bitch, we're in a fucking relationship, and they're just like, since when?
There's actually people that really do think that way, because you're dating, they think that that's automatic, like y'all are automatically in a relationship where it has to be agreed upon both parties, or it's just you're gonna be looking stupid as hell. Like, I'm spending all this time and energy into you, and one person like, oh, well, I'm dating you, but no, we're in a relationship. Like, what do you mean? I don't do the dating. So you actually have people that actually think like that. Like, I met my boyfriend on Facebook dating. Okay. Facebook dating, right? So we date legit for a month. We dated for like a month, and he moved in literally after a month, and we've been in a relationship ever since. So like, it works. It works. Sometimes people are lucky to even find someone like that on a dating app, and that's why I wanted to pick up the dating versus a hookup app thing, because it kind of leans into the dating versus relation to like how you meet the person that you want to get into a relationship with. It really depends on where you meet them at.
We can do that. We can do that too later on because I agree, babes. I agree. There's something else that you said that resonated with me, but I disagree to a point. You said like you got to date the opposite of you. I disagree to some point because a lot of people know about this ex, and he's the polar opposite. I'm loud, I'm outgoing, I'm in your face, right? And this person, I don't know if I want to say his name because if he sees this, let's call him Bavery.
It's a podcast, so you have to say the name.
I was like, let's call him Bavery because that's what I used to call him. But his name is
name him, Justin. Come on, name him.
His name is Avery. Okay, and Avery literally was because he's an ex, but he's chill, he's quiet, he's always like, hey, you need to calm down. I was the non-virgin, he was the virgin. That man is literally the polar opposite of me, minus maybe we both like dick. I don't know, I'm still waiting to hear about that part. But anyway, other than that, polar opposite, right? And at first I was like, this is great. You know, this is someone who can calm me down. I can sit there and let him calm me down. Then it got to the point where the man was more submissive than me. And I was just like, this wasn't a good choice for me. This wasn't a good choice for me.
Submissive like how?
Not in the bedroom. His personality.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, like outside of like when I say submissive, I typically am not talking about in the bedroom. I'm talking about like personality wise. He is very submissive. He is very much a mama's boy, very much tell me what to do, I'll do it, very much. You pay all the bills, you plan all the dates.
So Nay, I think that
and that's crazy that you say that because my boyfriend is like, see, that's the thing. My boyfriend, and this is why I said we work so well because he probably gonna cuss me out, but that's just what it is. So when we had our first anniversary, our anniversary date is December 13th. And I would kid you not, I forgot our first year anniversary. And, you know, typically that's when women, you know, is like they're on shit like that, like anniversary dates and all that. Me, I forgot about it, but he knew what our date was. And I didn't even know. So the fact that we are still together to this day, it's crazy. So it works. So he might like you when you take the lead, or he might like when you do that or whatever. Like my boyfriend, he has like a photogenic memory and he remembers everything. So when I said something about, I'm thinking our anniversary was on the 14th. So when the 14th came, I was like, happy anniversary, baby. He was like, no. I was like, yeah. He's like, no, it was yesterday.
Okay,
I was like,
that's like right there. That's like right next door. When you're planning your birthday, his birthday, his mama's birthday, your sister's birthday that you're raising every day.
Nay, that's different because then you're raising a man. You want a partner. So I think that's different when what Val you're saying is what works also in my relationship. We are probably all a little bit loud, a little bit dominant, and it is helpful to have a man who, you know, it's like how you disagree together is really a how you get in conflict and how you handle it. Like he is like I understand, listen, like very calm, even keeled, and so, but same, he's a full grown ass man. He comes home, goes to work every day, does dishes, plans shit. So he's a full ass man, but also he balances me out because I tend to be that person, and he's like, look, we can live in a drama or a comedy. What do you want to do here? And so we live in a comedy. And so I think that's what you need, is like still someone like that.
Y'all want to know why y'all work out with men who, since we have so much a dominant personality, y'all want to know why y'all work out with men who are more quiet, which I'm not going to say I don't work out with a man who's not quiet, because I had 2 relationships where they're more quiet than me and it was fine. You want to know why y'all work out? Is because they know when to assert their dominance. They're dominant to calm you down. That's fine. But
I will say he does assert his dominance, and yeah.
And so that's why it works out. But when you're raising a man like Avery, I can sit back and try to be the most submissive woman as I can in this relationship outside of the bedroom, and this man cannot catch it. He
You
cannot.
were being a mom though. You're being a
Oh, maybe
mom.
that's why.
That's different.
That's why we ended, because I didn't want to be his mama no more. I seen it and I didn't want it. I gave him back.
Well, I mean, you can still date the same type of Avery. You just don't want a mama's boy. And that's okay to say, I like where this is going, but I prefer not to date a mama's boy. And that's okay to say that. And still date someone that's polar opposite of you. And see, Nate, you have a tendency to not willing to give it a chance or, and see if it could work. I love you. I known you for a little while now.
People always say that because I'm not mad.
Because it's like, I'm not saying you give up easily, and I'm not saying you don't give your all. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is you have to write your pros and cons of the men that or women that you date and see what works for you. The pros is I like this, this, this. The cons is I don't like when they do this, 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 that. So that way, when you look to date someone else, you can compare and ask questions about what they like. If they like to be submissive, if they don't like to be submissive, if they like to be dominant. Like, it's okay to ask those questions before you start getting into a serious relationship with someone. Like, it's nothing wrong with that.
I tend to do that.
But see, if you did that with Avery, then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Oh, no. Trust me, that was done with Avery. Like, I started dating Avery 2019. I knew Avery since middle school. So, like, 2008. Okay, that was done. It's, how do I say this? In the beginning, it was fine because we both were just okay. If you want to be submissive like me, that's fine. But once you fall under my submissive, and that makes me become the dominant one, is where the problem lies. If we both want to be submissive, that's fine. We both could be submissive. We both could be dominant if you want. But once you fall below me and you're crying because I'm not crying.
But Nay, you're hitting on a good point because at some point in relationships are fucking hard. And at some point in relationships, the things you loved initially, like I loved that for 4 years in my relationship, whenever we got in fights, he would be like, I'm sorry, I understand. But then after 4 years, I was like, motherfucker, like you just say, I'm sorry, I understand. I used to fall for that, but now I need you to like fight back a little bit. So it's funny how in relationships, you have to grow with that person because it does change. The things you love becomes the things that end up on investigation discovery because you killed their ass,
you grow and they're unwilling to grow. There's nothing else you can do. You got to let it go.
But do you think you saw that from the beginning and you looked past it? Because you stated, no, this mess is what, middle school?
No. So Avery didn't show red flags until the man kept quitting his job because he wanted to travel to China, but he didn't want to work to get the money to go to China. And I started paying all the bills. Okay, whatever. But
that's big goal stuff. That's big life goals that you didn't have in common.
No, it's not that. I didn't mind moving to China, but the man didn't want to finish school. He didn't want to go to work.
No, that's the goal part. That's the goal part. He wasn't lining up to your life goals, and you made the right decision for yourself because it is a very important decision. Like if a man, if that's not going to be okay with you, that's not going to be okay with you.
And I agree with Val. I do give up on people easily. I for sure do. I ain't gonna hold you, bestie. You wanna know why? Let me tell you why. Because for the longest, I will hold out. I will do my best. I will try my hardest. I will stick it out. Like they can grow. They can change. We can work this out. Then I kept getting played. So to the point, I'm just like, okay, 1 or 2 chances. And once I start seeing things, I gotta go. That's why I cut people off so easily.
But do you think you look for a reason to cut people off?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It depends. Okay, because Val looking like she agrees to that. Hold on. It depends. It depends on the person, how I feel about them, and if it's really serious. Because with Avery, that man had me sliding down the wall, doing the white girl cry when he talking about he doesn't think he in love with me no more. Like, if y'all don't know what the white girl cry is, it's like they be doing in the movies and just sliding down the wall. Dead ass. My sister was on the phone.
I don't know what it is.
I'm not doing that ugly. Think of like a Kim Kardashian cry, but sliding down the wall.
I've been there.
Black people shouldn't be doing that. And the white side of me took over. And I did that. Mind you, this man wasn't paying no bills, not taking care of no dogs, not taking care of my sister, not even giving me good dick. Okay? He still didn't get cut off. So
Look,
do I,
good dick will keep you around for a long time, but
wasn't a good
Yeah,
dick.
she wasn't getting that.
He wasn't a good dick.
She stayed because she fell in love with that man, the one he was before he quit the
And
job.
that
but it,
and
but you know what? You have to grow with someone, and I agree. Like if that is your goal in life to advance yourself and your placement, again, your relationship is the number one most important thing you can do in a long-term
Like this,
relationship.
like it's different. Like if you're in a relationship and you know he's not trying to work to get to where he needs to be at, then yes, that is a for sure. You cut that motherfucker off, right? But if he's someone who loses his job and he's down and out, and y'all in a relationship, that is a time for you to hold it down. I'm just saying. I'm speaking like from experience. Like you
I
know,
agree.
men go through shit, and you know they go through losing their jobs and stuff. And at that point, women, you know, you have to hold your man down. But I'm saying is he was like not trying to work his way through life. It just wants someone to just hand him, you know, shit because he's a mama's boy. That's what you're. That's I agree with you, Nay. I dated a mama's boy before, and I couldn't do it.
It's
So
not. I couldn't.
that right there is just you definitely have to have but yeah, I definitely would not date a mama's boy. I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay, so I agree with you on that. But yeah, it's just say like my boyfriend lost his job, and I was like there and making sure I held him down until he was able to find another job. Like you have to be with someone that you know is going to have your back no matter
That's
what.
totally
through and through.
different. Yeah, I think that's
You
totally
know what I'm
different
saying?
from the lack of
No, I'm
trying.
saying she was in a relationship with her. I'm saying like it
In
goes hand in hand. So he was working hard for his money and trying to get to China by working hard and quitting the job because he's not paying or is not paying the money that you know he's expecting. Then that's one thing. I can see why she cut him the fuck off because I'm not about to pay for a man who just quit his job and just want to play video games and you know what I'm saying, or just lay around the house and not do shit because no. That's just like taking care of another child, and he's used to that. So I'm quite sure he's still living with his mama, right?
Yeah, he. No, I'm trying to stick up for the man because I'm not about to act like the man was one of the worst relationships I had. Justin, to answer your question, I stayed with him in the beginning because he was working towards a goal. I seen the vision, you know. He lost his job, and I took care of him. Then it's
I think he got too comfortable. I think
no,
once
but
you doing that,
wanted
he
to go
got too
back to
comfortable.
work, but he didn't want to go back to work, and he wants to say, "Oh, the house is dirty," or "There's no dinner." I'm going to school. I'm taking care of 2 dogs. I'm taking care of your ass and a 14-year-old. Well, I pay people to do my homework. You can too, bitch.
See, I'm actually like, I'm the mindset where I will 100% work, make money. As long as if my man is like you know, he's the one house cleaning, doing that stuff. Like it takes a comfortable dude to
He
be
wouldn't
in
do
that
it either.
role.
He
But
wouldn't do it either.